Bhakta BenJi here. Now, this is a video I've been umming and ahhing about for a little while because it's quite personal and I feel pretty vulnerable in recording it and putting it out there into the world. But I've got to think more and more recently. I've been thinking I need to stop listening to so much what people think of me, or more so worrying about what people might think of me because of one thing or another. Because it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary, and I figured for me to live a more happier life, I need to correct a few things in my life, and that's one of them. And some of you may resonate with that idea. Also, another is my physical body. Now, I recently went through pretty hardcore surgery with basically getting a nose job. Wasn't out of vanity, okay, maybe a little bit, but it was because I had breathing problems through my nose, and the nose affected my ears and I couldn't hear properly. And it's very frustrating. You only realise how inhibiting it is when to not hear people and hearing normal conversations when there's background noise. When you lose your part of your hearing, it's really it makes things really difficult for work and social situations and everything. So I got this nose operation and it hit me really hard. I was supposed to only be off work for 1 week, and then it ended up being 2 weeks. Then it was 3 weeks. And that inhibited a lot of things in my life where I couldn't really do things. So, and then it made me realise how important it was, again, to come to knowing and understanding that nourishing the body, this temple that our soul inhabits, our life force energy that's in here, how important it is to keep it nourished and keep it replenished the whole time. So I have been, the last few months, probably about a year, if not more, I've let my physical fitness slip. I had a really good regime going where I'd be doing Muay Thai, kickboxing and cycling and then running. And then come last winter, it was sort of like, it's winter, I'll just hibernate for a while. And then it was after winter and it went into summer and I was on holidays. And that's when I was indulging in a lot of alcohol and cigarettes and just generally eating crap. And when I moved out here to the desert, essentially, I'm 80 kilometres out of Alice Springs in the desert. So essentially, when I moved out here to work as a youth worker out here in the Aboriginal community, I sort of got here and I was like, yeah, I'm on purpose. I called this in. Thank you to my helpers. Thank you to higher powers. And you've answered my calls because I wanted to be instrumental or just help in some way, people. So, and then when I landed here, it was sort of a bit overwhelming because I was like, oh shit, it's that careful what you wish for kind of thing. And I thought, yeah, it'll be a great, exciting challenge. And then I got here and I was like, oh my God, I'm isolated. I mean, I'm not as isolated as I could be in other communities that are like 7 hours out into the middle of nowhere, but it's still isolating compared to living in basic, in just about luxury, because you've got everything at your fingertips that you want. You've got internet, you've got the shop just down the street, you've got the cinemas, the shopping centres, your friends socialising down at that cafe, you go for coffee in the morning, you have your dirty chai with turmeric and coconut latte, whatever, you haven't got that out here. That's the fact. Alright. So, and I fell into this pattern of getting my rostered days off and going into town. And basically, while I was hanging around with some really cool and amazing fun people from all around the world at, say, at this the backpacker hostel, I would be sort of not honouring the path that I had set myself onto in expanding more and growing in my heart and understanding more about patience and acceptance and allowing and all these different messages that had come through to me in various ayahuasca ceremonies. So I thought it was time to put all of that into action, but I wasn't doing it because I was getting drunk and I was eating crap and I was smoking like a chimney. And all that time, I knew in the back of my mind, my subconscious was telling me, that you're not walking your walk, Ben. If you're going to expand as and put your spiritual teachings that you've learned into action to help other people, you've got to walk that walk, man. Because sometimes some people don't do that and say that they are. So, and as a result, fell into that unhealthy pattern, and now I've gotten fat. Okay, I said it. I've gotten fat boy Benny. It's not me that's fat, it's this physical body that I'm wearing at the moment, okay? Because we aren't this. This is the material body, okay? We've been gifted that from Creator, God, Godhead, higher power, HP, whatever you want to call it. So then our soul can experience the human condition on this plane, okay? And we're on the kindergarten planet here on planet Earth, and if we don't get it right, we're coming back. That's the school of thought and philosophy that is predominant in many different spiritual or religious understandings. Not so much in others, but we won't go there. My material body's gotten fat and chubby. So now here's where I'm at. I'm going to reform my physical body and show that you can come back from the brink, because I'm the fattest I have ever been in my life. And look at this, okay? Now I'm getting very vulnerable, okay? So what I'm going to do is, here we go. Now, this is what's called, I don't know what that is. That's a beer gut. That's a wine, beer, and pizza gut. It is gross, all right? And it's time to get rid of it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Now, and I'm going to show you progress. So I'm going to get some photos and, gradual step-by-step before and after photos. So I'm starting a regime of high-intensity interval training, going back to my original plant-based diet, full vegetarian. Sorry vegans, I'm not vegan, okay? I'll occasionally eat dairy, but I can't hack it with my nose anyway, so off the hook a little bit there, please don't hurt me. I'm going to do all that I can to honour the gift of this body that God has given me and get healthy again. And it's also to honour the beautiful relationship that I'm in now with the beautiful, amazing, inspiring and talented woman that I'm with, and who doesn't indulge in any of that kind of sense gratification. Because that's what it comes down to. Eating the pizza, tastes nice, drinking the drinky, it's intoxicating, sense gratification. It prolongs misery. Short-term gain, prolong your misery. You don't want that in your life, okay? You keep chasing that high, chasing the dragon, and you're just going to end up at square one, and worse off than you were originally. So, time to get fit, and I'm going to do it, okay? Join me. Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti.